Hey everybody, it's Angie and welcome to Hot and Flashy. In today's video I'm going to do two eyeshadow tutorials for you, both of which use the same palette to transition from a simple matte day look into a full glam evening look. And that very versatile palette that I'm going to use today is the CoverGirl TruNaked Nudes Palette. Now this isn't a new palette, I actually picked it up in January and I've been using it ever since. And I don't know if you know this about me and my videos, but all the makeup that I'm wearing in every single video is listed in the information box below the video. So when you see that little show more button down there, you just click that, scroll down, you can find all the makeup I'm wearing. So if you like my lipstick, my blush, my eyeshadow, whatever it is, you can go down there and see what I've used that day. And because I do that, I have gotten a lot of requests for a tutorial on this palette. And I can't believe I haven't done one yet because I have owned it for over 6 months. I use it about 3 times a week. It's one of my favorite palettes that I found this year, and it was cheap and from the drugstore. So I'm like shocked that I haven't done a tutorial on it yet. I know some of you have been waiting for this tutorial. There's one person who keeps commenting like, when are you doing the tutorial? And I keep going, I'm doing it soon. So here it is, yay, finally. Okay, so this palette you can pick up at just about any drugstore. It retails for anywhere from $9.99 to $11.99, so a great price point. It has 8 pans of color. There are 4 mattes and 4 shimmers, and they're pretty much in here like every other one, so it's like shimmer matte in a beautiful gradation from light to dark. This is very, very neutral, very, basic brown tones, but for an everyday palette that you reach for every day and that you can also transition into a night palette, it really is great. My only problem with it, it does have quite a bit of fallout and you really need to protect your skin, otherwise you end up with, especially the darker tones, all over the place. The color payout is great, you get a lot of color, you can pack it on, you can really make it bright and bold, and they last on the lid for a long time. I love this, it's very versatile, it's great for travel, you can go from day to evening. So let's get into the tutorial now. I'm going to start with the day look. Now all my tutorials are for people with hooded, crepey eyelids because that's what I have. And so my tutorials generally tend to use 3 colors because that is the best way to disguise the sagging hood. Hooded eyes are gorgeous, but once you get older and your skin starts to sag a little, your hoods kind of lay on your eyelashes, and makeup, eyeshadow especially, can go a long ways towards disguising that. And it must be working because I always get comments like, where are your hoods? They're gone, they're completely gone. And while they have improved over the years because of other things that I do in my anti-aging routine, one of the main things that I do to make it look like they're gone is to do tricks with eyeshadow. So you'll see all the tricks here, so let's go into the day look to start. First, I'm applying a pretty thick coating of translucent powder high on my cheek to catch any fallout from the eyeshadows. I'll be able to just sweep away any fallout. So I'm using the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores HD powder and an e.l.f. blush brush. Next, I'm priming my lids with Tarte Clean Slate 360 Creaseless 12-Hour Smoothing Eye Primer. This is a great eye primer, especially for older, mature people who have crepey skin or hooded lids, because it really is smoothing and it helps your eyeshadow to last all day and into the night. First eyeshadow color I'm using is called Shell. It's the second one in from the left-hand side. It's a bone-colored matte. I'm applying that with my Beauty Junkies Pro All Over Shader brush. I'm loading up the brush on both sides and patting this over the movable part of my eyelid and then spreading it above the crease and all the way up to my eyebrows to create a blending layer of powder that will blend all of our other shades into. Next, I'm using my Japanesque 213 brush and the 4th color in the palette, which is called Fawn. I'm pressing the brush into the color to pick up a lot of color, and then I am packing it on the outer third of my eyelid from the crease to my lash line, using pressing motions to really pack the color in there, keeping the tip of the brush pressed into the crease, bringing it across to the inner corner of my eye. Then dipping back into Fawn and applying more to build up the color as I need it to disguise that hood. So I'm basically trying to create a subtle shadow on the part of the hood that pushes forward the most to make it look like it recedes into the shadows. Then using the topmost edge of the brush, I'm running that back into Fawn and using that to do a little bit of eyeshadow underneath the bottom lashes. I'm using my Beauty Junkies Pro Crease Brush and going back into Fawn to apply more Fawn a little bit higher on the puffy part of my eyelid. This is a nice soft blending brush, so this will be less for packing on color and more for blending out the color so that it achieves a nice soft subtle gradation. Next I'm using my MAC 221 brush and the color Cocoa, and then I'm applying it starting at the outer corner of the eye in the crease to deepen up the crease. Next I'm going back to my Japanesque 213 brush and I'm going back into Cocoa. I'm picking up some more of that color and I'm packing that on the outer corner of my eye to really define that outer V. Then I'm using my Beauty Junkies Pro Tapered Blending Brush to blend it all out. I use small circular motions starting at the darkest color at the outer corner, and I blend that up and into the crease. I try not to blend my dark colors across into where my light colors are because I don't want to muddy them up. Now that the eyeshadow portion's complete, I'm going to use my fan brush to flick away any fallout that happened and also flick away the rest of that translucent powder so that I don't have any cakiness on my cheeks. Next I'm going to apply my eyeliner. For my lower waterline I'm going to use Sephora Contour Eye Pencil 12-Hour Wear Waterproof in the color Blonde Ambition. Oh my, I'm really putting it on there heavy, aren't I? Well, it's tough when I can't see what's going on in the monitor. For my upper lashes, I'm going to use another pencil from the same line of Sephora Contour Eye Pencil 12-Hour Waterproof. This one is in Flirting Game. I'm just going to run that above my upper lash line from the inner corner to the outer corner. To create a little wing at the outer corner, I just take a little bit of the eyeliner and I kind of just leave a little blob out at the outer corner of my eye. This is what I lovingly refer to as my blob technique. Then I go in with my Beauty Junkies Pro Flat Definer brush and I just use the flat tip of that to pull that blob into a wing, and this is like foolproof, easy way to make a wing. So just because you're older doesn't mean that you can't still have that winged eyeliner. So I'm going to go ahead and curl my eyelashes with my Japanesque eyelash curler. This is a new one that I picked up recently. I like it so much better than the metal scissor types. It doesn't pinch the inner corners of my eyes. For my mascara today, I'm going to be using Hourglass Film Noir in Onyx. This is a great mascara for a day look because it gives you really nice, long, feathery lashes without them looking spidery or clumpy. And that completes the 3-color matte day look. If this is still a little dull for you and you don't like the all matte look, then there is quite a lovely selection of shimmers in here. I like to work with these just with my fingers. They seem to work best that way. So for the day look, I would just take a little bit of champagne and just pop it right on the inner part of the eyelid, just to bring a little sparkle in there. It does go on heavy when you do it with your fingers.
You can also blend it out nicely with your fingers.
Okay, so you can just amp it up a little bit that way if you want. But let's go into now changing it into a night look. Alright, now to turn this into the evening look, I'm going to go in with my MAC 221 brush using the metallic rusty brown color, which is called Coffee. It's a beautiful color, works great in the crease. In order to keep the fallout off my cheeks now, since I already have makeup on and I can't really bake again, I'm just going to use whatever I have laying around that is flat and stiff to protect the skin of my cheeks right underneath my eye. I'm just going to place that under my eye and go in with the brush. I'm going to apply this color at the outer corner using an upward flicking motion from my lash line at an angle towards my eyebrow up into the crease, and then drawing it across in the crease to create more depth in the crease for the evening look. I'm just going to work back and forth with that color in the same area until I build up the amount of color that I want. Next, I'm going to use my Beauty Junkies Pro Pencil brush and the black color from the palette, which is called Sable. I'm just going to apply that at the outer corner of my eyelid, starting way low at the lash line. I'm going to kind of follow the winged eyeliner, starting at the lashes, kind of following the wing out towards the crease, and then I'm just going to put a little of that right above my upper lash line to intensify the eyeliner that I have going on there. Now I'm just going to work back and forth, building layers of color. I'm going to use the MAC 221 brush again and Coffee just to darken up that outer corner of the eye, working right over where I put the black. Next, I'm going to use my Japanese 213 brush again. I'm going to dip it into the color Mink, and I'm going to use a patting motion to pack that all over the center of my eyelid below the crease on the movable part of the lid. I'm going to then take the same brush, dip it into champagne, and using the same patting motion to pack the color on, I'm going to put that on the inner part of the lid towards the nose. Then I'm going to use the first color in the palette, which is Buff. I'm going to use that to bump up the eyebrow highlight on the brow bone. Alright, next I'm going to blend this all out using my Beauty Junkies Pro Tapered Blending Brush. Then check in the mirror, assess where you are. If you are happy with the look, you would stop here. If you want a little more intensity, I'm just going to dip into each of the three colors with my fingers and just pack it onto the different parts of my eyelid. So I'm going to use the champagne in the inner corner, I'm going to use Mink in the center, and then I'm going to go ahead and use Coffee at the outer corner to really intensify those shimmer colors on the movable part of the lid. And then I'm going to use my Beauty Junkies Pro Tapered Blending Brush again to blend that out. To amp up under the lashes, I'm using the Japanese 213 brush again, dipping the top edge of the bristles into Coffee and just running that below my lower lash line to create a little depth beneath the lower lashes. I'm bringing that up at the outer corner to meet up with the eyeshadow there. I'm going to go ahead and use a liquid liner on the upper lashes. This is Clinique Pretty Easy Liquid Eyelining Pen in color 01 Black. To amp up the lashes for the evening look, I'm going to go with Lancome Hypnose Drama. I'm just going to put it on right on top of the mascara that I had on before, and this creates much more dramatic lashes. For the bottom lashes, I'm going to go back to the Hourglass Film Noir mascara, and I'm just going to put a little coat of mascara on my lower lashes. Alright, and that's the full tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it. This is a great palette, highly recommend it. One of the best things you can buy at the drugstore. I tried a number of different drugstore palettes this past year. This one, far and away, hands down, the best one. It sits right here in my rotation of the makeup that I use every single day. So that's it for the video for today, everybody. Thanks so much for watching. You know, I always appreciate your time, and I hope you have a great day. So take care, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.